What's going on, guys? It's your boy Fano here, and in this CSGO video, I'm gonna give you guys the top 10 ugliest knives in CSGO. These are some of the most ugliest and worst knives that you can possibly get, and I want to point out this is all in good fun, this is all opinions, so do not take it the wrong way if you guys own any of these knives. I apologize, guys, in advance, but let's get right into this video. The first knife I have for you guys is this Navajo Scorched battle scarred, yeah, it looks really disgusting, guys, if you ask me. It does not look very appealing, guys. It looks beat up, it's dented, it has some rust on its handle. You know, I sort of see some odd coloring towards the top. Maybe it has some mold on it or something. Realistic, I guess, but I mean, this knife looks like it's been in the dirt for a while. It's been sitting out there, and yeah, I just would not use this knife, even though it does cost around $68. I'd probably spend my money elsewhere, save up a little bit more money, and upgrade to a nicer looking knife. However, the next knife we have involves the Shadow Daggers Rusco, and it is battle scarred, so you guys know where this is going. I just think that this knife has nothing going for it. It looks really bland, the colors are really bad, and overall, I'm just not a huge fan of the Rusco. Let me know if you guys are, you know, like what skins does the Rusco actually look good in, and in what condition. I've never owned one, so maybe that might change, but for now, I consider the Rusco to be one of the lowest tier type of knives that you can get. However, if you guys thought the Rusco Shadow Daggers looked bad, take a look at this Gut Knife Urban Masked Battle Scarred. Absolutely ghastly, if you ask me, guys. It looks so bad. It's so beat up, it's so weird, it's so, like, I don't even know what else to say. It's not that good. It will look nicer in a minimal wear or a factory new for sure, but in battle scarred condition, this skin should not exist. I would honestly rather just stick with the vanilla default knives that we get in CSGO, and I would not pay $72 for this knife. However, guys, moving on, here we have the Shadow Daggers Night battle scarred, and again, similar to the Rusco, like, I just don't know why this skin is even a thing. It's just so bad, so beat up, guys. You can't even tell it's a Night, honestly. How this knife costs $73, I will never know. That being said, guys, the Gut Knife Boreal Forest Battle Scarred is next up on my list. You can get this knife currently for around $75 on the Steam market, and I don't know why you would ever want to do that. There are worse knives out there, I will not lie. I mean, this is not the worst knife that you can get, but it is definitely in the top 10. Yeah, I would probably not spend money on a Boreal Forest Gut Knife that is battle scarred. I'd probably upgrade to at least a field-tested Scorched or something, you know, that can actually have a decent pattern on it. However, next up on my list are the Shadow Daggers Safari Mesh Battle Scarred. You can currently get them for around $77 on the Steam market, and I don't know why you would ever want to do that to yourself. There are nicer looking knives out there for the same price, overall, guys, this knife is just so unattractive. There's nothing good going for it. Generally, Shadow Daggers that are battle scarred do not look good in my opinion. There are obviously some exceptions, like a Blue Steel for example, but apart from the Blue Steel, pretty much there's nothing good going for it, so I highly recommend you stay away from battle scarred Shadow Daggers when you can. Alright, so speaking of Shadow Daggers that are battle scarred, let's take a look at the stained for a minute. I'm not a huge fan of the stained knives, guys, so maybe I'm a little biased towards it. So if you're like me, that you don't like stained knives, then yeah, this will be definitely in your top 10 list. It's one of the worst knives you can get in my opinion, especially in battle scarred condition out of all conditions. So if you guys ever run into this knife, don't. You guys can definitely do better for the same price. Here we have more battle scarred Shadow Daggers. Of course, we're talking about the ultraviolet Shadow Daggers, and yeah, they look atrocious, guys. Relatively speaking, guys, I'm a huge fan of the ultraviolet skins and knives. They look really good, especially in like minimal wear or factory new. There's just way too many scratches on this battle scarred model, and overall, I would just stay away from it, honestly. Like, there are nicer looking minimal wear knives out there, guys. This knife here is actually a little bit nicer, but it's still pretty bad. It still deserves a spot in the top 10 in my opinion, and of course, I'm talking about the Navajo Knife Rusco battle scarred. I don't know, it just looks like a tool that you would find on a farm. You could use it for farming. It's been in the dirt for so long. There's so much rust on it. It's just not a great color in my opinion, and for the price, you guys can probably do better. There are so many good skins and knives you can get for $74 that don't look like a potato cutter. And speaking of potato cutters, here's a Falchion Knife Forest DD Pat battle scarred that just looks absolutely horrendous, guys. I don't know why you would ever want to use such a knife. It just looks so bad. There are so many scratches on this knife, and the colors are so bland. I mean, already the Forest DD Pat comes with some pretty bland colors, and being in battle scarred only makes it worse, guys. So I would stay away from this knife. There are nicer looking knives out there. And this knife actually costs around $81 on the market, so it's a bit pricey. So I don't even know why anybody would pay so much money for such a knife. Maybe because it's pretty old skin. It's from the falchion case or whatever, so it's old. However, that does not justify it in my opinion, and I would just rather stay away from that skin and just go for something that I'll actually enjoy using. And yeah, that about does it for this video, guys. I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings. Like, comment, and subscribe as always for future CSGO videos. So until next time, this is Fano, signing out.